RTK, you want to come up?
Yeah,
I think
sure.
RTK and me and
Okay.
Tactation are the
Come on up,
people who know the
RTK.
most.
Maybe Jedism, would you like to come up as well?
Sure.
Bro.
Bro, what the?
Why are you
What was
on
that?
the other
Hey,
side?
hey. Listen, all right? We're here to discuss. We're not here to point fingers. Step up here to the right. All right, now who are you electing?
I want AJ to go first.
Okay.
All right. Are we ready?
Yes.
All right. So I'm gonna make my point, and then you bring someone to make the point, and then he'll choose his next representative. You choose your next, and then so on and so off. So we hit 3, and then we make the final point. So each person should have about a minute or 2 minutes to speak. Whenever you ask someone, if I ask you a question, you should answer the question, and no one else should talk. Okay? So
Okay.
if you have any points you want to argue, don't argue. Save that until it's when your time to talk. Okay? So
Okay.
let me just get this started with just asking you a couple of genuine questions. Like, as a person, do you think you're a good person?
Yes, I think I'm a great person.
So you think you're someone who's like striving to promote well-being, dignity, fairness, and just taking accountability of your own actions, right?
Yes, and I can prove that.
Okay, no, you'll prove it when the time comes. I also have another question. Do you think raiding people and getting your community to go out and harm other players and community is a bad thing overall? Morally, do you think that's a bad thing?
I think morally it depends on the situation, okay? Because there could be certain situations where morally that could be acceptable, but are you in this specific situation? I don't think so.
Okay, so everything you kind of believe in stands opposite of what Team Flood stands for. So people have been playing DOSMP for years, and there's a statistic that most drainers are long-term players, while most flooders are new players coming from your community. So you're essentially
Wait,
promoting
sir,
and
sir, sir.
you're essentially promoting
Whoa.
and raiding this Minecraft server in a
He's
harmful
right.
way. Because it's
Whoa.
not just flooders versus drainers. Flooders are actively affecting people who don't even want to be part of this war.
That is
It's
right.
already hard enough to survive in Minecraft. Imagine spawning in a biome where you're surrounded by water. How is any
Allow me-
new player to Minecraft going to survive that?
Allow me to
No.
speak.
It's still my time to talk. And you are affecting kids who are coming home from school and trying to have fun, and you're negatively impacting their playing experience. If you find yourself a good person, I don't see how purposefully making the game worse for innocent players is morally right.
Boom. 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 Jedison, what do you have to say
okay.
about that?
I have something to say.
Okay.
Now this server, are there more people playing this server than there were before right now?
Then when?
During this flooding situation, has it caused more players to play the server?
Yes.
Now is that a good thing or a bad thing?
That's a good thing.
Exactly. Okay. Now, my other question is, how are you able to statistically track that people are coming from our communities? How do you know that they're just joining out of their own free will?
Well, you have to look at the influx of players that are coming in. You know, random players are not going to come just because, like, you are streaming on the server directly promoting it. And if you look at the accounts, they're all new accounts to Donut SMP.
Okay. But how do you know it's from me?
Because if you look at the graph of people playing and you streaming, the people playing spikes up when your stream is active.
Okay. Interesting point.
I think it's time for you to let your representative speak, and then we'll have a final discussion at the end. So who are you picking?
All right. Between these two, Jedism, I want you to speak because you're the most passionate about this.
All right, you have 2 minutes on the table. Make your case.
So basically, what everyone here wants is the border to expand, right? And that would benefit the server like in a really, really good way. But it's just taking too long. Like, it was promised 8 months ago. I think right now we're trying to make a point as to like speed up the server. Right now, the Team TNT, we could destroy everything that the border currently holds so that the border expands.
So you want to destroy the server.
Yeah, but
So
benefit the server.
that's your case, that you want to make the server worse for new players. You're trying to harm this community.
Oh, I think the community's growing actually. Like a lot more people have discovered it. A lot more people joined. Jinxie joined because people are flooding.
That's true.
That long term, that may seem good, but short term for newer and more innocent players is they're not going to be attracted to a server they can't play on.
Ja, hab vergessen.
So obviously, when people are streaming on it, their player count is going to influx. But what's going to happen statistically is Steak and Jinxie and all these people stop streaming on it. We're left with a server that's flooded and destroyed. So
Then expand the border so that there's more space to go.
which he's currently working on.
Wait. I think we should let him have his points, and then unless he asks us questions, we should respond with the next representative talker.
Well,
Yeah.
that's my point though.
Wait, you're not up yet.
Ja.
But yeah, that's a good point. I like the point, but we have answers. Should I bring up the next person to answer
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
Okay, the next person I want to talk is. I'm trying to decide Dream or Sword. I'll choose Dream.
I'll go last. I'll go
Dream,
last.
Dream.
Oh, okay,
Dream
Sword.
can go.
No,
No,
Sword.
Dream could go first.
You
Dream
can
could
explain.
I'll go last.
You can explain why the expansion, the flooding's not helping the expansion come faster. Go.
Well, hello everybody. It's nice to see so many faces here. I was chosen as one of the spokespersons for the trainers. As it seems at this point, the Donut SMP is in serious need of saving. This is more than just a server stake. This is something that brings people from different countries, different backgrounds, different ages, all together over just a simple game. Right now, more than ever, I'm seeing division between everyone. Look at us. Look at it. The server's a mess. Are you proud of it?
I would argue that this war has done more good than harm. I would argue that this war has brought people together that would have never been together in the first place. Sword, have we ever streamed together? No. Anyone here? Have I ever met you before? No. But look at us right now. We're interacting and we're talking. And I think that right there is something special.
This is so dumb.
Exactly. That is
Yo, this guy's so
living
smart.
proof that greatness can happen when people come together. But if the flood continues, that's all going to be gone. For some,
But you
this
have to
server's just
understand.
entertainment. For
But
others,
don't you think
you know, it's
the
an
era-
escape.
But
Well,
the
for me-
era of water,
No,
that could be a cool thing. That could be underwater cities as far as the eye could see. It could be cool. It could be something different. Don't you think people want something new?
This is a sandbox game stake. People can do anything they want.
Exactly. It's a sandbox game and people can do anything they want. So if people choose to flood the server, then they should be allowed to do that.
are you gonna give a Sword? Say something about that. Bro, stop! No, actually, say something about that. Stop trolling! Actually, say something about that.
Sure, I don't know what to say, bro. Dream.
No. They're next. You can't let anyone.
They're next.
Okay, say something about
Okay,
that.
wait. Let me think. Okay, make your point again, Steak. Make your
Oh my
point again.
god! Oh my god!
Nah, you're chilling, bro. No,
Well, I already-
no, wait. Let me cook.
Did you forget what I said?
No, yeah, I did.
Okay, so I just said,
My
you
headphones
said it's a sandbox game, and I said exactly. That's why if people want to flood, they should be able to.
But if we continue to flood, there's going to be nothing left. People won't be able to create when there's nothing to create from. The server's going to be gone.
Okay, but you say there's nothing to create, but water makes a new challenge. It makes it so people have to create something new. It makes it so people have to adapt to their situation. Don't you think that oppressing the people and stopping the floods and destroying the water is destroying people's creativity? Because they can no longer build whatever they want. They can no longer create whatever they want because they're being stopped. Wouldn't you agree?
No, I think you're limiting. I think you're putting a bigger limit on than you really realize. People are joining the server. They're drowning as soon as they join. How much creativity does that give them? How much freedom does that give them?
None.
This might just be entertainment for you, Steak, but this is on people's lives. For me, this is what one of my best friends called a home right here. I'm not asking you to save a Minecraft server. I ask for you to save it for the people who call it home. Save the memories, save the friendship, save the laughter, the community. Because when people come together to create something bigger than themselves, that right there is what is worth saving.
So let me tell you this. If people want to expand the map, won't there be more room for people to do that?
You have to understand, Steak, that takes time.
Yes.
I know it takes time.
The more you
people-
flood, the longer that's going to take.
But the longer it takes, the more we'll flood.
That doesn't make sense.
It's what the movement has become. I'm sorry.
Okay, that was good. That was good.
All right, Steak, choose your next person. Jesm, sit down.
Yo, what is Andres doing there?
Wait, Andres, why'd you move to
Andres?
the other side?
Steak sort of took my seat.
Oh.
You were in my seat. Okay, so.
RTK, you're the one who, out of all of us, has been in this server the longest. So I want you to go up.
Okay, so hello. I'm a little stressed here, but I do have some good points. Basically, our goal is for border expansion, obviously, right? And there's nothing else to do except from draining. Even though it causes lag and etc., to be honest, as a builder, I can't keep building and then instantly the next day it's gonna get flooded. It's like impossible, so that's why we're flooding the server, and we just keep going until the border expands. And basically, even though we're all here together now, it's brought a lot of us together, and it's like a great opportunity for everyone to meet different people. Yes, it's causing new players to not liking the server or not playing it because it's unplayable with all the water. But to be honest, it's for the better of a cause, because once the whole Goliath, once the whole Donut SMP is covered 300,000 by 300,000 blocks of water, it's gonna be over and there's nothing to do except from expand the border. And it's gonna create so many new opportunities for people to join and keep playing the server. You know what I mean?
Once the border expands,
Exactly.
you're saying? Okay.
Yes.
Should we bring up our next person?
Yeah.
Can we have more than 3 people talk? Because I feel like there's more people on both sides that would want to say something.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, Bonnie
Yeah,
would like
okay.
to say something as well.
I would like
Okay.
to say something too.
Wait,
Me as
it's.
well.
Do you want to talk and say something?
Sure, I'll go up.
Okay. All right. Go ahead.
Okay, so you guys know Michael Phelps. He is an Olympic swimmer. If he came into the server, I think he'd be a big fan. He would swim around, but not everyone is Michael Phelps, and we need people to be able to walk around. We need people to be able to play, to break trees, and
Okay, what
I think
is this
staying on the
point,
water.
bro?
Like,
No,
look
this
at
is
us,
good,
look at
this
us,
is good.
Look at us. Look at where we are. Look at us. We're inside of a glass box because the whole server is flooded. There's
And guess
water on
what?
our left, on our
It's
right,
beautiful,
above
though.
us, below us.
No, it's
No.
not. It is not beautiful.
It's not. We're stuck in a box. While on any other server, people can walk around, they can build houses. We're gonna build a house. Look. Look down, look up. There's no place, there's no land. We're literally in a box. And
And we're not
Like-
Michael
To
Phelps.
be honest,
we're not Michael Phelps.
Thank
I
you.
have to say
That was
something
really
as well.
good.
Bro.
Basically, we can build bases underground, as we can't flood the underground, correct? And there's a lot of ESPers, and we have to expand the border so none of our bases would get found, etc. A border
Right.
expansion is the main reason. It's gonna make Donut SMP so much larger.
Wait,
Right.
I do want to say something.
Okay.
Whenever I've seen a base, it's not on the surface. It's underground. Like any
true.
base that's above
Don't say that's
ground,
true.
within like a day, it's gone. Like my people, we made 2 bases and they spend like 5 hours on each one, and within like 10 hours, they get griefed, they get destroyed because people can see them above ground. But the floods are gonna force everybody underground.
But
They're gonna
think
make us
about the new
adapt.
players. The new players are gonna join and die. They're not gonna be able to make a base underground when they can't get underground.
They're gonna have to adapt.
They
about
can't.
this.
Not everyone's Michael Phelps. You can't just swim right under and make a base. You need to get the trees. You need the materials on the surface. You need to be able to dig underground with a pickaxe. You can't just go straight down. Not everyone's like a pro at the game to be able to survive all this water. There will be no more bases underground if nobody can make it underground.
And think
Okay.
about it. To make a base, you need space, and you can't get as much space underground. You're gonna have to mine everything, and I think we're gonna see a big drop in mega bases and cool builds. And if everyone people tell you,
Guys,
Did someone find us?
Don't worry, guys. Don't worry, guys.
that's a friendly.
I'm
That's a friendly. Don't
spectating.
worry.
I'm spectating.
Yeah, just spectating.
Oh my gosh.
All right. And so anyways,
Just let me
so
speak.
you just not talk then?
you told people to touch grass. How are they supposed to touch grass when the surface is flooded? You can't force them on the ground.
Yes!
You can't force them into caves.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you, Ed. That was amazing. Thank
Of
you.
course.
I would like to speak for a second.
I want to bring Creecraft up.
I want to talk to
His
After
name
Creek.
has craft in it.
No, me too.
Hello. Okay, so I just joined this server yesterday, and I was playing around, doing my survival thing. You know what I saw? Like Steak said, I saw a bunch of amazing builds that took players days, weeks, months to build. And you know what they all were? Destroyed, gone, blown up. Why? Because there's simply so many players on this server, and the map is too dang small, okay? And nobody can build on this server without it getting griefed within a week or 2 weeks because the map's too small. And what we think is that you're dragging your feet a little bit. We think the map should have been expanded a long time ago. And that once the map is expanded, it'll be big enough for everyone to actually build and let their creativity flow, like you say. But we hope that by doing this, we force your hand and thus bring a better server for everyone once the map actually gets expanded.
Well said, Creek.
Thank you.
Should Cruz talk
can I
too?
say
Yeah,
one as well?
Cruz.
I'd
Yes.
like
What
to
do you
say a
want to
word.
say?
Yeah.
I feel like
All right, listen, guys.
Let's do a dream.
Okay.
Person.
So humanity is all about evolution, right? It's all about adaptation, and ever since our beginnings, we've always been about adapting to new challenges. Where would America be if we never revolted in 1776? We wouldn't be here. But since us Donut SMP players want to expand the border, this is what we have to do. We have to flood it, and this is our way of protesting.
Okay.
Okay.
I think we have points that'll make sense as to why we're draining. Your things make sense, but when you think a little deeper, the movement doesn't make sense at all. And let's have Dream explain his thoughts.
After Dream, I want to say something too.
Come up on the table. Yes.
I have an interesting perspective. All right. So I logged on today. And I teleported. Randomly, I just accepted a TP. Right? There was 2 people at a farm. Right? They'd been farming for God knows how long. It was a massive farm. Right? I didn't know who they were. I didn't know anything about them. They placed a sign. And the sign said, "We need to stop the flood." I wondered why. Well, probably because, somebody can sit AFK on a flooding machine. They eat dinner. They go to sleep. They come back hours later, still just flooding the server. And while they were AFK, the flood reached a farm. It reached a house. It ruined somebody's entire history on the entire server. And once the border expands, it's not going to undo that. You can move the border 100 billion blocks, and you can't give them back the exact hill where they built their first house, or the farm that they spent months building. You can't recreate the little creeper holes and mistakes that made Donut SMP special, the history of the server. It's like the expansion is necessary. I think everyone agrees with that. Donut SMP,
Yes.
Dr. Donut agrees with that himself.
But
But
don't
Rome
you
wasn't
think
built in a day. It
all of
wasn't.
this
It
flood,
takes
all of this water. It's part of
takes-
the history.
it's part of the history in a bad way. Look, we're not doing this for legacy. Okay, if we succeed, no one will even know that we did anything. A player will log on, be at their base, and not even realize that we stopped a flooding machine 10 chunks away from destroying everything they had built, from drowning their dogs, drowning their horses. You want to see history left. You're trying to make a mark. We're just trying to save the server, save the regular players that log on and don't hop on Twitch and watch streams and laugh about the flood expanding and destroying the whole world, that just have logged on and played the Donut SMP for years, building enormous, beautiful farms. History.
Son.
What are you talking about, son?
I have played this server for like 7 months, and I have not seen a single base that wasn't destroyed above ground. What are you talking about?
I TP'd to one today. I logged on and I accepted a random teleport.
Wait, was this recorded?
Yes.
No,
it was.
Actually,
it was on my stream.
Actually, it was on stream.
Okay, I would like to examine this footage.
Okay, go to my stream. Look where the game was a little bit brighter, and that was it, bro.
Okay,
There is footage of it.
Okay. Fair point.
But look, I think the interesting thing is if people start believing that the server is going to be flooded, that everything is going to be flooded, they'll just stop building anything. Everyone will move underground. So what you're saying right now about maybe there's some or there's less, like it'll be everybody. Every single person will start building their bases underground, will move away. Look, the way that the border needs to be expanded is Dr. Donut. Like, we all need to target him.
Wait.
What?
Wait a second.
What?
Not the server. We don't flood the server or grief the server. We grief Dr. Donut. We go to every base that Dr. Donut has. We grief it. We stop him from doing everything. We ruin his experience every day, because then he's affected, and not the innocent players on the server.
Listen.
And build.
Listen. If I could expand the border right now, I would. None of this flooding, none of this griefing me will help expand the border faster. I'm telling you, I'm trying to push.
We'll see about
fast.
that. When every day you log on and your builds are destroyed, and you don't have a vault that Ferrex or somebody else spend all of their time building for you.
No, the border. No, that's not gonna help. You don't know how much I want to expand the border. I know that all of the 32,000 people online right now, I know that all of them want the border to expand, and probably millions of people want the border to expand and are waiting to play until it expands. I know how important it is for the border to expand.
We can agree, Drain. We can agree.
Wait a second. There's something I want to say.
Okay.
Why can't I eat that? How do I eat it, bro? Okay, whatever. Listen, all right? I want you guys to look around yourselves right now, okay? Look where we are. I think this structure right here proves that people can adapt. That people can make something cool when it's surrounded by water. I think this structure right here proves that you can still build awesome stuff even if you're
this structure sucks. What are you talking about? This is a couple pieces of glass and a desk. You can build way cooler things without having to clear out every single block of water.
What? Yeah,
there's more people coming.
We need to come to a conclusion.
Can we speed this up? Guys.
How do they find us?
No, he's a streamer, so he found it. All right. So for one, I've been playing the server for a long time, like 3 years now. I know a decent amount of you guys. For one, Sword, you were talking like, well, all you guys have been saying like new players and stuff, like how they're just gonna drown instantly. Majority of the world, I think it's like 2% of the world is actually flooded. Like, there's a bunch of floods around, but they're not that big. There's only about 3 that are actually this massive, and if a new player dies, they're just gonna instantly spawn on dry land.
No, not if this movement continues.
And even if they are in a flood, they still spawn at the bottom. They can just dig down 2 blocks and then they're underground already. They can just.
It's not that easy to just dig down. When you're a new player and you're drowning immediately, you're not gonna dig down and get rid of the water.
You're
It's
assuming
not
every
easy.
player is good at Minecraft.
Dude, okay, but even then, like if you die, there's no way that you're just gonna stay in a flood for every single time you die.
Yeah, if this movement continues, yes, that is what will happen. Your movement is to flood the whole server. You're just saying like, then what's even the point of the movement if your goal is not to flood the whole
But
entire
at the
server?
same time, what's the difference of it not being flooded? Because like new players, then they're gonna just They're gonna keep dying until like they adapt. Either way, that's
What?
that's
It's
how
just way
they
easier.
Adapt
It's
if
way.
they die.
It's just way
can't
easier to adapt when there's
it's
not
easier,
water
exactly,
flooding the whole server.
Exactly, but why does it have to be easier? Is the point of
To
Donut
make
to be an easy server to play?
Bro, is life easy?
Like, is the point of the server to be an easy server to play? You said it yourself.
The point is to try to include everybody. If people are not pro Minecraft players, we still want. Yo, FFI, you have like a massive echo. Oh wait, no,
Yo,
wait, no,
Creek, you
that's
have
Creek.
echo.
That's Creek. Oh my bad.
Sorry,
Anyways, yeah, the point we want to let everybody play the server. We don't only want pros who can survive a
Yeah,
massive flood to play. So
No, obviously.
no, the goal is not
But
to
I'm
make it
saying that,
easy,
like-
but we also don't want it to be
Yeah,
hard for the new
exactly.
players. We want to make it easy for them.
Yeah, but it shouldn't always be easy too in a server like this. Like it's a server with rules, but not those types of rules. Like you're just trying to basically
So,
limit people on what they
No,
want to do.
we just don't want it. Why
in
would
their
you
free
want to
time.
make it hard?
Because at this point, there's nothing else to do on the server.
Bro, other than to ruin the server?
Bro,
The server's
everybody
been
else
like
in the
this for
server,
years. What do you mean
they're
there's nothing to
just
do?
That's all they've been doing. No, it hasn't. You
Oh my God.
you could build bases without it getting raided by cheaters before. Now you can't. Like
Not true. Not true. It's been the same for over like 2 years. It's been the same.
All hell. Yo, bro.
Yeah.
all right.
Listen. The flood is not making the expansion come faster. I'm trying to push to do the expansion as fast as possible. The flooders don't realize that.
Can I say something real quick?
I mean,
Yes.
Yeah.
Everybody
Okay.
talk.
So a lot of you guys are saying new players won't be able to do anything underwater, but there's air pockets under the trees. You can swim under.
Oh my God.
Oh, crap. The new